Hi there, it's AJ here again. In the last video that I did, I installed WAMP Server 2.5 on this old laptop that I've got that's running Windows 7. And because I want to do some WordPress design and development work on here, the next job is to get WordPress and install it into WAMP Server. First thing you need, of course, is a copy of WordPress. So if you go to wordpress.org, there's a download button here, and you can grab the latest copy of WordPress, which at the time of doing this video is version 5.1.1. Now we want to put this into our WAMP server folder, and you can see I've got a shortcut here which goes to WAMP sites, and you can see the path here goes from WAMP to www, and that is the folder that we always use for creating our websites. Now I just created a shortcut here by just clicking here and send to desktop and change the name. It just makes it an easier way of getting there. Another way you can get to that folder is to go down to the WAMP server icon down here in the taskbar and click on that, and here's the link to the directory. Now you can see I've already put WordPress 5.1.1 in here, the zipped file, and I've then unzipped that here, and what I'm going to do now is create a new folder, and I'm going to give it the name of whatever website I want to start creating. So let's just call that test site. Now what we're going to do here is go into the unzipped version of WordPress, and we're going to copy all these files here and put them in our test site folder. Okay, so we're just about ready to go, but we've got one more job that we need to do before we start setting up WordPress, and that is create a database for it to connect to. And this is very simple. Let's close that. We'll go down to our icon here, click on it, and we're going to go to PHP MyAdmin. And this is where we create the new databases for our websites. So I'm going to click this new tab here, and I'm going to find a name. I'm going to call it testing. That will do, and click create. You can call it anything you like, just remember the name. So that has now been created, and we've got a database ready to connect our WordPress installation to. Actually, while I'm here, I will show you something that I know people sometimes have issues with, and that is deleting old databases. There's only really one proper way of doing it, and that is you select the database that you want to get rid of. You go up to where it says operations up here, and you can see in red drop the database. If you click that, then the whole thing's gone, and the database is deleted. If you're starting to build a few websites, you'll find that over time you'll start building up a few test ones and ones that you'll never use again, and it doesn't hurt just to get rid of them so that you're not clogging up your system. So I'm going to go back to my www folder here, and in test site I've got all these files here now, and we're going to check that we've got that installed properly and that we can start the installation by going to localhost, and then we've put in the name of our site, which is test site. You will probably have called yours something different, and that's going to take me to the set up the config page. So this is just a very quick and easy install here. Click continue, and we'll click the let's go, and this is where we put in our database name that you needed to remember. So we called it testing, and username will be root. Password, just delete that. We don't want the password in there, and we don't touch either of the next two fields. Just click submit. Okay, so now we can click the run the installation. This doesn't take long. Let's just call our site, I don't know, site testing will do. A username, you can choose any username and password. I'm just choosing AJ, and for my password I'm just going to put in admin. Now obviously you wouldn't want a very simple one like that in a live situation, but on a local host it's fine because nobody else can get onto it. So we'll put in our email, and it doesn't matter what it is, just and we don't need to check that because search engines can't get onto my laptop anyway. So let's click install WordPress. You can see down the bottom it says waiting for localhost. It's doing its job, and this is just going to take a minute or two. So I want to save the password. Okay, so let's click login, and we've now got a login screen. So I'm clicking remember me, of course. I don't want to have to type it out every time. And now we've got a fresh installation of WordPress. So we can go to site testing, and I'm going to open that in another tab so I can see the website. There we are. It's a very boring, very ugly theme, so we can then start adding and changing our theme, and do whatever we want to do. So I might go with 2017. I think it looks a bit better. So let's just refresh this, and now we've got the 2017 theme on here. So you're all good to go. Hopefully that wasn't too hard. It's very quick, very easy, and I hope it helped you. Thanks for watching.